Well, the concept behind Rescue the Problem Project is actually two main things. One is really obvious, and that's from the title, How to Rescue a Problem Project. The other point in here is how to avert failure. I mean, it's a lot more powerful if you don't have a failed project to begin with, and if you can keep it that way, then you're a real hero. It does that without bringing in a methodology. This is not a problem that can be solved by methodology. Don't get me wrong. You need to have a methodology on a project. You need the structure, you need a methodology. But that's really only about 20% of what a project manager's job is. The other 80% is dealing with the people. It's one thing that all projects have are people. And they all have their own little will, and they all have their way of doing things, and that's where the real challenge comes in. And once we start realizing that, then I think we'll be a little bit better off. So Rescue the Problem Project looks at management, it looks at leadership, it looks at how we deal with people, and that gives it versatility. That covers every domain, whether you're building houses or building software. It covers every methodology. Regardless of the methodology, you still need to lead people. You still need to get them to go towards your vision. And if you don't do that, you're going to have real problems. This concept of people is big, and it's very, very important. And just one thing that I point out early in the book that most people don't think about, and that is just the realization that I have a failing project. I have a project that's in trouble. I have hundreds of project managers come to me and they'll ask me to come in and help them out with their project. And I'll ask them what their boss thinks. And inevitably they come back and they say, well, my boss doesn't think it's a problem. That's why I'm having so much of an issue here. And I have to push it back on them and say, that's your problem as a project manager to get that across to your boss. And there's probably one of two things that you're overlooking. One is that your project's running bad by your estimation, but it's running better than everything else out there. And right now, your boss doesn't have time to look at your problems because they aren't big problems. There's bigger fish to fry in the organization. The other one is a bigger problem for you, and that is your boss is in denial and doesn't want to deal with the fact that the project's in trouble, doesn't want to have to work on that because that's just way too much work and it looks embarrassing and everything else. And now you have to get into persuasion, you have to get into giving them the right data and getting them to kind of understand what has to be done. So it really does boil down to it's leading people below you, leading people above you, and getting things to look the way they really are in a proactive manner. And Rescue the Problem Project, the book helps you get through those steps and understand how to do that.